Right now at 11, all hands on deck. Senator Baldwin and La Crosse area first responders discuss how best to battle the opioid crisis.
And a proposed referendum could have a substantial impact on Tuesday's school board election.
Plus, students in the universities of Wisconsin may see an increase in tuition next year.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for a late edition of News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
More than 1,400 Wisconsinites died of an opioid overdose in 2022. Today, Senator Tammy Baldwin is seeking input from La Crosse area leaders on the challenges they face while fighting the opioid crisis. Baldwin met with Coulee Region law enforcement and emergency medicine officials in a private forum today. She says their discussion showed every aspect of the drug trade needs to be looked at, from investing in substance use prevention and treatment to securing the border, cracking down on Chinese chemical suppliers and Mexican drug cartels, and training local first responders on opioid reversals like Narcan. Local leaders agreed that without more action, this crisis will only get worse.
If there were 55 deaths from house fires in the city of La Crosse, I think that would be a tragedy that would make national news probably every night. We had 55 overdose deaths in the county. We have to move forward in any way, shape, or form to get better.
Every single individual said, we don't have enough places to refer people. If we do, the stay isn't long enough. It's all hands on deck and all stages of this epidemic.
Baldwin says the bipartisan Senate bill would have added more resources to the southern border to catch drugs coming across. While that bill has stalled in Congress, Baldwin hopes it'll be revisited.
Oakleaf Medical Network is opening 4 health clinics in the Chippewa Valley this spring. Oakleaf will open clinics in Cornell, Menominee, Ladysmith, and Rice Lake. Rice Lake's site will be a smaller new facility, while Oakleaf is essentially taking over the former Prevea clinics in the other 3 communities. Oakleaf's president says his organization is also hiring Prevea staff in those areas to maintain a level of care those residents have counted on for years. He says this kind of access will ease the stress on the Eau Claire area as it deals with the fallout of the HSHS closure.
Anything that we can do that preserves that access to unscheduled care, that takes the pressure off of those emergency rooms, is super helpful. We're excited about basically having a very short downtime before they are continuing to do that under a different banner.
Now, those clinics are set to open in early May.
Union members at La Crosse City Brewery have finished a second day of voting over whether to authorize a strike. If approved, a strike would come in May, only if contract negotiations fail with City Brewing Company. The biggest issue on the table, a recent company proposal to change shift schedules. According to documents shared with News 8, the company plans to shift to a 24/7 production schedule. And part of that plan includes moving many employees to an alternative work schedule, including 12-hour workdays 3 to 4 times a week. The union contract with City Brewing expires on May 18th. We are awaiting word on those official vote results.
Well, lots of sunshine today.
Sure.
It was a little bit chilly still for my taste, but it sounds like it's going to be warming up. What, Greg? What is so funny?
Well, your Texas,
are we too picky?
Your Texas taste here.
Yeah.
What do you want? We got spoiled by February.
But we do have a little bit of a warm-up
Yes.
coming tomorrow.
We do
All
have
right.
some warmer temperatures coming up. We should be in the 50s today. We were in the 40s, so it will be warmer as we go throughout. And these temperatures will be pretty common, we'll see, throughout Easter weekend. But we do have some rain chances coming in. Right now, if we kind of track out, we have a few high clouds beginning to push in overhead overnight, but still low temperatures will continue to fall back into the teens up to the north to the low 20s or even mid 20s. A lot of this high clouds will continue to progress throughout the day. So as you wake up, it's going to be more where we should be, around 25. As you look out, we're going to get up to 45 degrees by noon, going back into the 50s for La Crosse. The same story for Eau Claire, about 18, a little bit below average, but our temperatures should start climbing with some cloud cover here and there, high clouds throughout the day, going up to 38, on our way to about 50. Right now outside, no clouds to really speak of, a little high cirrus to the west. That'll be coming in later on. Our departure from average, about 5 to 10. So we're getting closer, not like the 15 to 20 that we were a couple days ago. But as we look out, we do have the 50s coming up. We do have some showers in the forecast for Friday night. And then we have some more activity coming Easter. So I'll plan out when we might see some rain, if that's going to impact any Easter plans, and when the 60s come back for Emily, which is next week. So we're coming.
Only for me.
There you go.
Thank you, Greg. The La Crosse School District faces a multi-million-dollar deficit. The school board aims to tackle financial issues by consolidating elementary schools, seeking voter approval in a future referendum. Although not on the April 2nd ballot, this plan could sway the upcoming school board election. The $53.5 million referendum would consolidate Emerson and Spence elementary schools onto the current Hogan administrative site. The referendum also includes funding for State Road Elementary to add more classrooms and a gym, which would ultimately close Hinchin. District documents say the referendum would also entirely erase the multi-million-dollar deficit.
It keeps the communities of students together. So it addresses the financial pieces that we need to address in order to move forward, but it also ensures that our school communities are largely sticking together.
The current board will vote to finalize the referendum on April 15th after Tuesday's election for the new school board members, but just a week before those members are sworn in. To hear from the candidates themselves about the referendum plan, head to the elections page on our website, news8000.com.
Students in the universities of Wisconsin may see an increase in tuition next year. UW Board of Regents will vote on a proposal on April 4th. If approved, the new proposal would increase tuition 3.75%.
This would be the second consecutive year for a tuition increase after UW lifted a 10-year tuition freeze. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is learning how it can impact UWL freshmen. Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, Alyssa Sheedlow works 10 hours a week, making only $16 an hour. She plans to use that money toward her education, but she's worried if the tuition increases, her job at Sierra might not be enough.
A psychology major with big plans. Alyssa Sheedlow is working to continue her education and earn a degree, but a possible tuition hike might affect that.
My main priority is school. I just feel like I'd have to work harder than what I have been working, just so I'm able to afford paying for this.
Working harder might require Sheedlow to have two jobs. Her goal is to go to grad school. If the Universities of Wisconsin system increases tuition, she might have to change her plans.
I'm planning on going for pre-OT, and grad school for that is not cheap at all. So if that goes up to just even thinking about looking into something else I can do in psych where grad school isn't as much.
Sheedlow already paid for her freshman year. Depending on what the Board of Regents decides next week, will determine how she pays for her sophomore year. And if she needs to spend more money, she might consider transferring.
If there's something that offers the same thing I'm looking for, I mean, there's a possibility. Just because, I mean, La Crosse is expensive compared to some of the other UW schools.
UW President Jay Rothman argued that even with an increase which grows with inflation, UW is the most affordable in the Midwest. Ken and Emily?
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
A man arrested in Illinois after a deadly stabbing spree.
The suspect's wild explanation for the attack when we come back.
At By Goff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on Estate lawn fertilizer, like Estate Weed and Feed, $34.99. Bags of Miracle Grow potting mix, just $14.99. And all men's and women's Carhartt pocket tees, 2 for $30. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get By Goff and Rohde.
A 22-year-old Illinois man was charged with murder today in connection with a stabbing rampage that left 4 people dead and 7 others wounded.
CBS's Sabrina Franza has more on the case, including the suspect's explanation for the attack.
Rockford police say the deadly attack started around 1:15 p.m. on Wednesday.
And I have another call coming in for a possible stabbing.
According to authorities, the suspect, 22-year-old Christian Soto, had just smoked marijuana with his friend, Jacob Schubach. Soto claims it was laced and that he became paranoid and attacked Jacob and his mother, Ramona.
He said he retrieved a knife from the kitchen at Jacob's house and proceeded to stab Jacob and Ramona to death.
Soto then went on a rampage, police say, breaking into homes and attacking people at random. 7 people were injured and 2 more killed, including 15-year-old Jenna Newcomb and postal worker Jay Larson. Craig Garr saw him being attacked in his front yard and called the police.
He just kept stabbing the guy. You know, he had a little knife. I saw the knife. And then he got in his truck, revved it up, ran over the mailman.
Roughly 20 minutes later, a sheriff's deputy took Soto into custody. He's now facing multiple felony charges, including first-degree murder. Today, neighbors came together to mourn.
That love and compassion that we see here today, let's carry this out into the rest of our days here in Rockford, because we are better when we are together.
Soto appeared in court briefly Thursday and is being held without bond. His next court date is set for next week. If convicted, he faces 60 years for each murder. Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Rockford, Illinois.
Thank you, Sabrina. The Biden administration is rolling out new guidelines on AI.
Why it might affect your next trip to the airport in just a few minutes.
Dry and warmer conditions for Friday, but what does Easter have in store? I'll break down what the temperatures look like and whether we'll see any precipitation and when it will. It might be the 60s coming back soon. I'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
The 2024 Early Bird Home Show is your opportunity to transform the exterior of your home into something truly better than new. New seamless steel siding or attractive vinyl siding, new soffit, fascia, gutters, and window trim. Even new windows and doors will make your home better than new. Call, visit, or reach out online for a prompt free estimate on transforming the exterior of your home during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
That one's funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Biden administration is rolling out new safeguards to govern artificial intelligence.
These are intended to prevent U.S. agencies from abusing AI.
The mandates cover situations ranging from screenings at the airport to decisions about health care, employment, and housing.
Under the requirements, which take effect December 1st, travelers should be able to refuse facial recognition scans at airport security.
Each agency that uses AI tools will have to designate a chief AI officer, as well as publish a complete list of the AI systems it uses and their reasons for using them. We've just about arrived at the Easter weekend, so let's get a taste of what's in store over the next few days with our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, definitely not going to be too bad of an Easter for the end of March. It's coming fairly early this year, sometimes as late as mid to late April too, but overall not too bad. We did have a lot of moisture, which was good because planting season is coming up too. This was the drought condition last Thursday. Now if we skip forward all the precipitation, that has shrunk the severe and extreme levels up to the north, just abnormally dry with some moderate further south of the area with a pocket of severe there too. So overall good news. We're going to see more moisture and that'll definitely help. We got 50s coming tomorrow, will be dry. The showers come Friday night. They may linger early into Saturday. We do have cloudy, mostly cloudy and dry conditions for the rest of Saturday, and that actually goes into the first half part of Easter Sunday too. But as we look at overnight hours, just increasing high clouds from the west. You'll wake up with that. Temperatures still in the teens to the north, to the 20s to the south, with that wind turning around to the east because that system will be approaching here. So overall tomorrow, just a lot of cloud cover. A lot of this precipitation indicated here probably won't reach the ground too dry yet. Overall, you see the temperatures getting up to the mid 40s, upper 30s to north by noon. And the afternoon, most areas should get back up into the 50s, maybe even approaching 60 further south. These showers up to the north, probably just cloud cover, will not hit the ground quite yet. The system is still fairly weak. We're going to have to work our way till we get to the really the evening hour. This will come through, and this is what we're tracking for showers. It's really probably going to be after about 8 to 9. We might see some light showers in all the locations. I think it really picks up as it goes further east overnight hours. By 2 to 3, a lot of this activity will push east. We might see a little bit backside showers come through Saturday morning, some sprinkles, even a little mix up towards northeast of Eau Claire. We'll have to keep an eye on that too, but overall should be very minor. And then the rest of Saturday, fairly good. And here comes this next wave approaching, and this is the one that we're looking for, maybe a shower coming in as it gets close to us by the Sunday afternoon, Easter. That could provide a shower, especially further south to go, less in the way further north. And this is just part of the big complex that's out to the west. So really Easter, we're looking at upper 40s to low 50s, fairly average for temperatures for this part of the year. A few more showers potentially towards the southern end of La Crosse as you go further south. Otherwise, it should be fairly good. But the system I was just mentioned, the big one out to the west, it's just really spinning waves. And I mentioned just the one that's coming through Sunday. The bigger one, and really eventually when it gets closer, is going to be that Sunday night to Monday time frame is when we're going to see precipitation really become more widespread, or the chances increase that we're going to see a lot more of that Monday through Monday night into Tuesday as it kind of scoots to the south. We're going to have to keep an eye on when this actually might switch to snow. It's been kind of going back and forth. That could happen Monday night or late Monday, so we'll keep an eye on that. But precipitation chances do ramp up through this period. It may not be an all-day rain Monday, but Monday night into Tuesday, I think that looks like the best chance we're going to see some precipitation. But overall for tonight, just some high clouds. Temperatures still going fairly low as it to the teens to the north, to the mid-20s further south. Tomorrow, a lot more cloud cover, but still plenty of sun with the winds around from the southeast. That'll help temperatures get close to 60 down the Prairie du Chien, up to the north, mid-40s to go towards Ladysmith. So all in all, a pretty nice end to the work week. And actually, once we get through the showers Friday night, Saturday doesn't look overall too bad. And then as we go into Sunday, it's really the second half of Sunday, and especially further south you go, you'll see some rain potential come in, and it gets a little bit more widespread, or chances increase as we go up into Monday night into Tuesday, which might lead to some snow issues come Tuesday. We'll see if that does materialize. But overall, once we get past that, then there's your 60s for end of next week.
Cool. Something to definitely look forward to.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, thanks very much. Coming up next in sports, the Bucks are back on the road as they begin a 3-game trip in New Orleans. Plus, the Logan Luther girls soccer team back on the pitch tonight as they were looking for their first win of the young season. Rob is next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And and Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $2,750 cash allowance, plus $2,250 trade assistance on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open.
You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
There's no comfort like the comfort found in a Stressless, and now is the perfect time to get spring savings on the complete line of Stressless furniture, available only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll get $200 off all Stressless recliners, power recliners, and office chairs. Plus, receive $200 off per seat on sofa and sectional groups. That's a savings of $600 on a sofa. Just imagine the savings on your dream sectional. Stressless furniture designed with the most innovative comfort technologies. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Bring all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's been a slow week for spring sports, but don't tell the Logan Luther girls soccer team that. The squad hit the pitch on a bitter cold night Tuesday. Girls were right back at it tonight. Weather a little nicer for their second game of the season. Let's go to Logan High. Rangers playing host to Mauston this evening. The home team strikes first. 26th minute. It's Alicia Hayes finding the back of the net. Logan Luther gets on the board. It's 1-0. Other end, Eagles looking for the equalizer, but Alexia Vang says not tonight. Big time save from the junior. Logan Luther gets its first win of the season, 2-0, the final score. Opening day for the Twins. They were in KC this afternoon. Let's start with the good news. Royce Lewis picking up where he left off last season. First inning, Royce goes bye-bye for a solo shot. Twins are on the board. Now for the bad news, Lewis would only last 3 innings. He'd lead the game with a quad injury. Twins would tack on a couple more insurance runs in the 9th. They do get the win on opening day, 4-1, the final. As for the Brewers, they'll start the season tomorrow in the Big Apple. Milwaukee opening up a 3-game set against the Mets. Freddie Peralta gets the ball for the Crew. Should be in the low 50s tomorrow for first pitch. No rain in the forecast either, so it should be a fun series. This one starts at 12:40. Shifting gears now to the hardwood, just 10 games remaining in the regular season for Milwaukee. Bucks had their 2-game win streak snapped in heartbreaking fashion the other night against the shorthanded Lakers. Milwaukee beginning a 3-game road trip tonight. First stop, New Orleans. Bucks and Pelicans going at it. Milwaukee down big midway through the third, but Bucks battling back. Giannis with the slam, then the big man showing off the mid-range. Milwaukee within 3. But on the other end, Pels, they answer right back. Deep 3 ball is going to fall. Lead back up to 9, and the home team staying in control. C.J. McCollum finding Zion Williamson. The big man puts it up and in, plus the foul. Double-digit lead now for the Pelicans, and the Bucks come up short once again. Milwaukee drops its second straight game, 107-100. Bucks are back at it Saturday in ATL. Sophomore standout A.J. Storr declared for the NBA draft a couple of days ago while maintaining his college eligibility, but it looks like his time at Wisconsin has come to an end. Storr announcing earlier today that he'll be entering the transfer portal this offseason. Storr broke out during his one season at Wisconsin. He led the Badgers with just under 17 points a game. Storr elevated his game when it mattered most, averaging 22 points a contest during the Big Ten tournament. As for the women's team, the Badgers were back at it tonight for the third round of the NIT. Wisconsin keeps on winning. Badgers are dancing their way to the Great 8 of the NIT as they blow by Illinois State 86-61. If you missed it last night, what a moment for Melman grad Emily Herzberg and her Minnesota State Mavericks. Herzberg putting it in with less than a second to go in the D2 National Semifinals against Cal State San Marcos. Her squad is off to play for a national championship tomorrow night. Really cool moment for the former Mustang. As for the men, they were in action this afternoon in their semifinal match. Mavericks taking on West Texas A&M in the national semis. How about Mankato, Minnesota State getting it done on both the men's and the women's side. Mavericks are headed to the D2 national title game as they win a wild one this afternoon in Evansville, Indiana. 79-72 the final. Minnesota State will play on Saturday for a national title. Check that out. Both schools.
Yeah, and such a great moment for Herzberg because her senior year she would have been playing for a state championship against Aquinas. Obviously, the COVID pandemic knocked that chance away. So a chance perhaps to win a Division II college national title. That's awesome.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Upsets tonight. Upset. I mean, if you stayed up late, you got to see UNC.
Yeah.
A little upset there.
Yeah.
Down goes UNC. My goodness.
The first one seed to fall.
Yeah.
Will we see more tomorrow?
But UConn winning by 30 though.
Yeah,
They're still the best team in the bracket.
Yep. And then Clemson made it to the Elite Eight.
Yep,
they haven't done that since 1980 apparently. So
44 years.
Houston tomorrow against Duke.
Yeah, against Duke. Go Cougs.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford truck. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for power or capability, there's a Ford truck waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Get an F-150 XLT with 1.9% financing for 72 months, plus up to $2,000 in total savings, and for a limited time, an extra $1,000 in spring bonus cash.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. US Cellular. Built for us.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $100 spent on estate lawn fertilizer, like Estate Crabgrass Preventer, $32.99. 20% off select Fiskars garden and hand tools, and 35-pound bags of Blaine's Golden Harvest bird food, just $12.99. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Being a small-town bank, you develop relationships that go beyond the bank.
We've always been more than just customers at Union State Bank. I feel like we've made friends here. The people that work at Union State Bank that help you on a day-to-day basis are the same people that are going to help you through the big things. I feel like when you bank somewhere and you develop that relationship, then when you walk through the big things, it's so much easier for everything to be right.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including lobster tail, shrimp, scallops, North Atlantic cod loins, calamari, clams, clam strips, crawfish tails, salmon, catfish nuggets, alligator, frog legs, and seafood medley. Pick up some appetizers, French fries, onion rings, cheese curds, mac and cheese bites, and sweet potato fries. Jolivet's also has fresh produce and a homemade bakery with bread, cookies, bars, pies. Don't forget the beer or wine. All at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Easter is this weekend. Some of you Minnesota residents may be going up to the Basilica of St. Mary in Minneapolis. But did you know the state is also home to another basilica?
In tonight's Finding Minnesota, John Lauritsen shows us what makes St. Stan's in Winona so historically unique.
Lift up your hearts. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God.
Even though you're a Packer fan, you still come to church.
Amen.
In fact, 4 generations of Al Greenwood's family have attended St. Stanislaus Kostka. The church is so big that no matter how many times Al comes back, he always finds something new.
I still see things I've missed over the years, you know, when I look around and see things.
What he's seeing are stained glass windows, marble pillars, and eye-catching architecture that dates back to 1895. That's when Polish immigrants completed construction. From inside, it's 125 feet from the church floor to the dome. How that dome got built in 1895 is quite the story.
They built a ramp and had horses pull it up, and they had to blindfold the horses because of the height.
The story is that the ramp went all the way to the Mississippi River.
But it was all built to last. The proof came when the church was hit by lightning in 1966.
The dome was glowing red hot, and fire was billowing out the windows.
Thankfully, firefighters responded quickly and saved it. These days, the higher up you go, the further back in time you go. Workers built much of this with a combination of wood and metal, which historians credit for keeping the church in one piece.
Are you surprised it's still in as good a shape as it is, at least parts of the church?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what building lasts 130 years?
It's a big reason why the Pope himself gave St. Stan's special recognition.
The basilica means that it's been recognized by the Vatican as a special place. In order to become a basilica, you need to send an application to the Pope, and the application starts with answers to 100 questions.
It took Deacon Justin Green about a year to answer all those questions.
Had to describe everything in the place, furniture, chairs, way in which we did things.
But just 6 months after sending in that application, the Pope responded and declared St. Stan's a basilica.
It's just a towering presence. You can see, it's one of the first things you see when you see the skyline of Winona.
And it's in the heart of a community. Another reason why the church received basilica status. It cost $85,000 to build St. Stan's, equivalent to about $100 million today. And as the basilica approaches its 130th birthday, its biggest fans say they wouldn't change a thing.
People come from all over the world to see this basilica. When they're in town, they stop here. You can see the dome from Wisconsin.
The church was named after a Polish saint from the 1500s who was known for his goodness, holiness, and devotion.
Leaders say parts of the church are starting to show their age, and they hope to begin restoration soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice place to visit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what made a basilica.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put it on your list.
I will.
We'll be right back after this.
Expect more from local politics this election year. Go to news8000.com/elections to hear from the candidates themselves. Complete and fair. News 8 Now.
We have payments for every budget here at Chrysler Winona. Lease a 24 Ram Crew Cab 4x4 for $469 per month. A new Jeep Wrangler 4xe Hybrid, just $479 per month. And a new Jeep Compass Limited, just $289 per month. So stop by today to Southeast Minnesota's only locally owned Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram dealer at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
There's obviously a lot of different health issues related to untreated hearing loss.
Yeah.
Hearing loss can affect tinnitus, depression, isolation, heart health, cognitive decline, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, safety and balance. The point is, you're never too old to do something.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer and is recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
For over 40 years, La Crosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
All right, we got 50s tomorrow, a little rain Friday night into early Saturday. The weekend, for the most part, for Easter looks good, but we do have some rain coming back potentially for Sunday afternoon. But overall, seasonal temperatures.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take it. Thanks for staying up with us tonight.
We'll see you tomorrow.